Hello students, good morning. Last time we were discussing about elasticity of demand, price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and we also discussed about what are the methods of measurement of price elasticity of demand, right? So that was over. I did not repeat it again. So today we shall discuss about the next part of elasticity of demand, that is what are the factors that affect or influence the price elasticity of demand. That is, what are the factors that go to affect the price elasticity of demand of a commodity, right? So let us talk of what are the factors that go to affect the price elasticity of demand. Now there are 7, 8, 9 factors that go to affect the price elasticity of demand. Let us discuss them one by one. The first factor that affects price elasticity of demand is the nature of the commodity. As you see, I have written here nature of the commodity. Nature of the commodity is the first factor that affects price elasticity of demand. Now, by the word elasticity or elastic, please remember the meaning is change. So when I say price elasticity of demand, means the change in demand due to a change in price. So here, when demand changes due to a change in price, how can nature of the commodity affect it? Let's talk of, there are two types of goods. One is necessary goods, other is luxurious goods. Now in case of necessary goods, price elasticity of demand is very less, because necessary goods are very essential for our life. So whether the price rises or falls, we cannot change our demand. Therefore, for necessary commodities, the price elasticity of demand is less. But for luxurious commodities, for comfortable commodities, the price elasticity of demand is more, because such goods are not necessary for our life. We simply consume them for our aristocracy, for our vanity, for our luxury and all that. Therefore, whenever the price rises, we can postpone its consumption. So therefore, for necessary goods, price elasticity of demand is less. For luxurious goods, price elasticity of demand is more. The second factor is availability of substitutes. Availability of substitutes. Now in the market, we find a number of substitutes of a commodity. For tea, we have coffee. For thumbs up, we have Pepsi. For all items, we have its own substitutes. Now the commodities which have close substitutes, they are more elastic. The commodities which have close substitutes, let me say, tea is a close substitute of coffee. Thumbs up is a close substitute of Pepsi. These are close substitutes. In this case, when price of one commodity rises, people will immediately switch over to other commodity. And when the price will fall, people will switch over from other commodities to this commodity, so that its demand will tremendously rise or tremendously fall. Therefore, the change of demand in this case, where substitutes are available, is more. But for commodities which have no substitutes, their elasticity of demand is less. Take the example of life-saving drugs, life-saving injections. These are injections which have no substitutes. Let's talk of a person suffering from a snake bite. In that case, the injection to be given to the patient is fixed. That is to be given, whatever the price may be. Therefore, in that case, the change of demand cannot be there. Therefore, if a commodity has substitutes, there is more change of demand, there is more elasticity of demand. If the commodity has no substitutes, the elasticity of demand is less, change of demand is less, right? The third is multiple uses. If a commodity has a number of uses, multiple uses, then its elasticity of demand is more. But if a commodity has only a single use, its elasticity of demand is less. Talk of electricity. Electricity has a number of uses. the bulb glows, the fan moves, the TV works, the fridge works, the AC works, the heaters work. So everything is done by electricity. Now when the price of electricity rises, we can contract its use. When the price falls, we can increase its use. So we can change the use of electricity. The demand for electricity may rise, may fall according to a change in its price. So it's more elastic. But if a commodity has only a single use, it has no two uses, in that case what happens? The elasticity is less, because whatever the price may be, whether the price is zero or the price is less or the price is too high, you cannot change your demand level, right? So therefore, if a commodity has a multiple uses, naturally the elasticity of demand is more. But if a commodity has only a single use, its elasticity of demand is much less. Number 4 is postponement. Now, elasticity of demand will be less or more, that depends upon the power of postponement. If you have the capacity of postponing that commodity for future, then its elasticity of demand is more. But if there is no chance of postponement of the commodity, then elasticity of demand is less. Take the example of all luxurious items, all comfortable items. There, if price rises, we can very well shift or postpone its consumption for future date. Therefore, its elasticity of demand is more. But if a commodity cannot be postponed for future, we have to consume it today, means today, then we cannot have any change of demand in that case. So in that case, the elasticity of demand is less. You can take the example of medicines, you can take the example of salt, matchbox, and all these are very essential items. It has no postponement. Therefore, their elasticity of demand is very less. Habit of the consumer. Now, elasticity of demand also depends upon the habit. If you are habituated to a particular commodity, then whatever the price rise or fall may be, you cannot change your demand. Take the example of a smoker or a drunkard. A person who smokes, a person who drinks cannot change his habit. Whatever the price rise may be, whatever the price fall may be. So his level of demand remains constant. Therefore, for habitual goods, elasticity of demand is less. But for non-habitual goods, goods for which we have no habit, we are not habituated, in that case, elasticity of demand will be much more less. Income of the consumer. Now, elasticity of demand also depends upon the income of the consumer. Now, how it happens? Now, remember, let's talk of very rich people, the creamy layer of the society, the elite group. And let's talk of the very poor section of the society, the downtrodden, economically backward. They are very poor. Now, the very rich persons, let's say billionaires, and very poor persons, let's say the daily wage earners. These two categories of people, one having very high income, one having very low income, they cannot change their demand. Very high income groups, their demand is fixed. And very low category income people, their demand is also fixed. So they cannot change their demand, and in those cases, elasticity of demand is very less. But the middle class people, whose income is neither too high nor too low, just the lower middle class people, now these people can change their demand according to price change. Now think of a rich man. He wants to purchase a car. If the price of car has increased from 60 lakhs to 65 lakhs, he will not go to, or he will easily go to purchase it. He will never postpone his consumption. He will go to purchase it, because for him 5 lakhs doesn't matter much. And for a poor man, if the price of rice rises from 20 to 22 rupees, he will not also postpone his demand. Therefore, level of income also has more effect on elasticity of demand. Then proportion of income spent. Number 7 is how much proportion of a total income you spend on a particular commodity. If you spend a small proportion of your income on a particular commodity, naturally your elasticity of demand for that commodity is less. But if you spend more on a particular commodity, then the elasticity of demand of that good will be more. Take the example of salt, matchbox. Even take the example of sugar. These are the things on which we spend very little amount of our total income. So their elasticity of demand is less. But think of a AC, a fridge, a vehicle, a four-wheeler, a house, on which you spend much more amount of your income for those goods. Therefore, elasticity of demand for those goods will be high, and for these goods it will be much less. Time period. Again, elasticity of demand also depend upon the total time taken. If the time period is very long, a secular period time, then elasticity of demand will be more. If the time period is very short, then elasticity of demand will be less. Because in a short period of time, we cannot change our demand altogether. Okay, so shorter the period of time, lesser is the elasticity of demand. But longer is the period of time, more is the elasticity of demand. Because in a secular period, in a very long period of time, our taste changes, our fashion changes, our style changes, the technology changes, price changes. So accordingly, we can change our demand level, right? So longer the period of time, elasticity of demand is more. Shorter the period of time, elasticity of demand is less. And the last is the price level. Price level. This also I told you in income of the consumer, the same thing. So price level means elasticity of demand also depend upon the price level. That is, for very costly commodities, elasticity of demand is less. For very less price commodities, elasticity of demand is also less. For very costly commodities, let me talk of a Mercedes car, whose price starts from 1 crore onwards. So if the price of Mercedes rises from 1 crore to 1 crore 5 lakhs, people who will go to consume it, they will not come backward. They will not hesitate to spend 5 lakhs more and purchase a new brand of Mercedes. Therefore, for very costly commodities and very high level price of commodities and very low level price of commodities, the elasticity of demand is less. But for medium category price level of commodities, which mostly the lower middle class people consume, in that case the elasticity of demand will be more. Okay, so these are the 9 factors that go to affect price level: nature of the commodity, availability of substitutes, multiple uses, postponement, habit of the consumer, income of the consumer, proportion of income spent, time period, and price level. Okay, so with this we complete the elasticity of demand chapter. I think income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand we have discussed. We also discussed in the first semester, so we need not repeat it. Next time I shall straight away go to unit 3. Right? Thank you. Have a nice time.